color theory expert Lisa Walker has just 8 hours to help a struggling stylist transform her business.
Very excited what I can learn from her.
Welcome to Boothcamp.
Today we're in Columbia, South Carolina to meet booth runner Sydney.
My name is Sydney. I'm 22. I've been doing hair for 4 years and I live here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Sydney reached out to Boothcamp for Lisa's help with her confidence, longevity, and technique.
So I'm just walking in to share expectations to meet Sydney, and the first thing I notice is that it's in a great location. I see a plaza over here, so they're gonna have a lot of foot traffic, so first impressions are great. The stations are nice and spacious. It seems to be pretty clean and tidy, which is always great. I see a place to hang coats, lots and lots and lots of mirrors. So this right here is really nice. For any stylists that don't know what this is called a wash room. The reason why I'm whispering is because this is where a client goes to relax. It's usually a little bit darker lit, more quiet, because this is the most relaxing part of any service. So I really, really, really like this part. Right next door, I see we have dryers, and this is great too. So a client would come in here once they're processing, it's quiet, they can relax, read a magazine. So I really, really like this too. And I like that it's separate from the louder part of the salon where clients are being serviced. So this is Sydney's station. It seems that it's very neat and tidy, which is great. There's only one thing that I see right away that I wouldn't do, which is pictures of the dog right on the mirror. That's gonna be distracting for me as a client. Also, we don't always love everything as much as the stylist loves it.
Lisa's identified 5 key areas that can make or break a stylist: technique, inventory, marketing, business skills, and customer experience. She'll rate Sydney in each category from 1 to 10. Her goal today? Improve those scores.
The first one being technique and education.
I'd probably give myself a 6 because anytime I have the opportunity to learn more, I of course want to learn more and I want to better myself, but it's only a 6 because there is so much more room for improvement.
If you were older, I would rate you lower. Because you're younger, I'm gonna rate you even higher than you rated yourself, because at 22, I don't think that there's a lot of young stylists that are really even interested in education at that point. So I'm gonna give you an 8 because at 22, I didn't take any classes. So the next category that we rate on is inventory of product.
In terms of inventory and product, we have someone here who takes care of all of that, so I'm very lucky because most booth runners don't have that and they have to take care of it. So I'd give myself a 10.
I'm gonna give you a 10 on that as well, because when you have someone doing that for you, it's so much easier for someone to keep up with what you need. And from what I've heard, you always have what you need in the salon, so that's great. Well, the next area is marketing.
In terms of marketing, I give myself an 8. I do really well with social media, and I'm lucky because we get a lot of walk-in clients here. An area I do struggle with is confidence with communicating with the customer, and also because of my piercings and tattoos, I think a lot of people have judgments.
So based on what you told me, you gave yourself an 8. I'm gonna give you a 7 because one of the biggest things as far as marketing goes, it's not social media. It's a huge part, but it's not the biggest and it's not the best part. It's always gonna be face-to-face, client referral, and I didn't hear you say that. I'm gonna give you a mark down for that. Also, you can't really consider walk-in business as a form of marketing because those clients have been assigned to you. So the next category is business acumen.
For my business skills, I do have a unique situation because my prices are set, but I do have issues with saving money for the slow months. So I give myself a number 7.
So your business acumen, I'm gonna go with what you gave me until I learn a little bit more about you, and hopefully we can get that number up by the end of the day as well. So the last area is customer experience.
The customer experience, I think I give myself an 8 because I feel like with the help of our receptionist and just everyone in here, when you come in, you feel like you're welcome. We have snacks and coffee and water.
I too agree that you should have a receptionist when you walk in the door. That's a major part of customer experience. I would have given you a 9 if you did not have pictures of yourself, your husband, and your dog at your station. If you're gonna have that and you wanna look at that, I would have it in a locker or somewhere in the back that you can view it. But this space, however big or small it may be, is all about the customer. It has nothing to do with you, right? So me as the customer, I see your dog, I see your husband, I see a lot of personal touches. And I did the same thing when I was younger. And now I put them inside of a cabinet or somewhere where they're not visible to the client because I really want the client to feel like it's all about them. My second question to you as far as customer experience, because I did notice some great things in here, the private shampoo room and things like that. If a client is being shampooed in that room and there is a lot of people in the break room, does the noise carry over?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we'll have to look for that.
Another thing I wanted to talk to you about is my confidence with customers. I wanted to make sure that it's not hurting the customer's experience.
When you hear somebody talk about confidence, they always say, I need to build my confidence. So it's something that I can give you instantly. We have to build it.
Right.
So we're gonna try to build that together.
One of the popular services they come in and ask for is a money piece.
I know you have a client here today, so let's go ahead and bring Amy out and I can show you how to do that technique.
In order to accommodate this client's skin tone, Lisa and Sydney will be toning at the natural level, which will lead to a softer grow out. They'll be using TBH, True Beautiful Honest to Tone. Formulated with HEP, TBH is great for creating lived-in looks.
So we're gonna be doing a money piece today, so we're just gonna part this off so we can isolate the section that we're working on. We're gonna be focused on the front sections and then go ahead and take a mohawk section. A lot of people ask, how do you know where to do it? It's highbrow to highbrow. So this is her highbrow, straight back, highbrow, straight back. And it's nice and quick and easy, and then you can take this whole section and we can clip this off because this is the area that we're gonna be working on. So one thing I wanna talk to you about, not every client is a candidate for a money piece. You have to determine whether they're even a good candidate. Maybe if they have a low hairline or too much hairline, it might not be a good idea. For this client, what you wanna do to find your start point is you wanna find the center of the area. From there, you're gonna go diagonally across. You're gonna find the same spot here and come across the same way. So we end up with pretty much a deep V. So once you've established this parting, you then want to pull it apart and see, is that a good amount of hair for that? A girl with a more dense or thicker hair, you may need to take a little bit deeper. Someone with finer hair, you may want to take a little bit less, okay? The reason why we take this type of parting is because for the money piece, you want to start off thin and get thicker as it comes down. So for this technique, you're gonna use whatever lightener that you love to use, and we're gonna use it with 10 volume.
Typically, I mix this lightener 1 part powder and 2 parts developer.
Okay, so I'm gonna change that just a little bit for this technique. We're gonna go a little bit under manufacturer's suggestion, just because we want it a little bit thicker, because we're working on finer hair and we don't want those foils to slip. So that's the only reason why we're gonna do it for this. But we're also dropping the volume because anytime you mix under manufacturer's recommendation, it makes the lightener just a little bit stronger. So we always want to use a low developer when we're going to do that. We're going to need to use 5 sections. So how am I going to get 5 sections? You're going to take them extremely small. You're going to do 5 sections, which consist of a baby light and a slice, a baby light, a slice, and a baby light. This is universal. This is what I use on everybody. It's always 5 sections. The reason why we always start and end with the baby light is because it's a little bit more diffused. The slice in the center is going to give you the boldness of the money piece, but you never want to slice off the first one because it's going to make it look like she needs a retouch before she even leaves. It's a softer grow out when you do a baby light. Also, you need an ending point. So that's why we baby light here too, so we can break off and then we can continue with depth behind that. When you turn your brush vertically, it removes product. So what I want you to do is I want you to start in zone 2, which is here, and I want you to walk the product up.
Okay.
Whenever you're weaving, the closer that you hold your hands to the scalp, the tighter your weave will be. So let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 stitches there. Okay. That's a lot, okay? If I hold my hands further away with less tension, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's almost half. The finer, the tighter that you want your weave, you have to hold your fingers closer to the scalp. Let's talk about toning. Are you familiar with TBH?
Not really, no.
So TBH is a low ammonia permanent color line. Because of the low ammonia, we can use it for toning, and it's going to give great shine and great coverage. There's only 26 shades in the range, so it's low inventory, which is great. And everything's color coded. So if you want a cool color, a warm color, or a neutral color, you're going to be able to pick just by the color of the box. So this is their neutral series here, and then you have your cool series. What's nice about the cool series is they're not just ashy. Some of these tones are warm tones mixed with ashy, so you get a great reflection when you have opposing tones mixed together. And then you have your warm series, and there's just a few shades in the warm, okay? So this is what we're gonna use to tone your model today. So whenever you're toning, you're always gonna tone with the darkest color, okay? So your client's darkest color was a level 8, so that we're gonna use a level 8 in TBH today, and I think we're just gonna go with the neutral. If we try to go over to the cool tones, and this is what most people tend to veer towards, is that where the hair is lighter, it will be overly ashy, and where the hair is warm, it will just be neutral. So it's best just to neutralize everything with one tone and make it very simple. Okay? So I know that one of the things that you mentioned that you might want for your career is maybe to be a brand ambassador or a platform artist. Over just the last few years, since social media became popular, these things are actually very new for not only us, but as well as the brands. So in previous years, the brand would find 1 or 2 or 3 people that work for the brand, and that would be their platform artist. Now they have what they call influencer, I guess is what you'd want to call it. And a lot of times they're using the influencer and they're putting those people on a stage, but that person's not necessarily a platform artist. They haven't been formally trained. They're just representing the company for that weekend. A brand ambassador is somebody that has partnered with the brand. Maybe they don't actually work for the brand, but they're just representing for that brand. So for example, if you were a brand ambassador for brand A, you wouldn't technically know the ins and outs of the brand. You couldn't give a class for them. That would make you a brand educator. So with that being said, and knowing the difference, what would be your goal? Do you want to be tied to the brand, or do you want to just be affiliated?
I guess affiliated.
Okay.
That sounds better.
So in that case, I think but do you want to be on the stage?
One day, yeah. Maybe.
Hi Lisa, hi Sydney. So my advice for you young stylists is while you're young, go in the salon, put in those long hours, be able to make as much money as you can while you have the youth and the energy. Build a beautiful clientele that will last for a long time. That way you can have that repeat business into your later years. So that's my advice for new young stylists. All right, you guys, talk to you later.
After a one-on-one with Lisa about technique and career goals, it's back to the chair to see the client's results.
So here's our model Amy after we've done the money piece and we've toned with Schwarzkopf TBH. I think she looks great. What do you think?
I love it. It looks so good.
I think the best advice I gave Sydney today was just to be a little bit patient and not be in a hurry, that she does have time and she's doing a great job already.
After spending the day with Lisa, Sydney's scores have gone up across the board.
On behalf of Schwarzkopf and myself, I'd like to present you with this box of TBH, which is Schwarzkopf's newest line. True, Beautiful, Honest. I think it's going to be great for your clientele because you have a young clientele.
Thanks for watching, and let us know in the comments what you'd like to see next. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe for more episodes of Boothcamp.